Hey, what's up, my friends? It's Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NBA here for you today on Saturday, January 20th, 2024. We have NBA player props, spreads, predictions here for you today. We got 4 picks that make are great value bets for this Saturday NBA slate. As always, we'd just like to thank you guys all for your continued support here on the channel. If you're new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers. Make sure you guys check us out on social media as well. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at Straightfire Picks for more picks, content, recaps, ladder challenges, and things of that nature. Great way to connect with us. Also, be sure to check out our community Discord page as well. I'll have a link down below in the comment section and description for that. Great way, once again, to connect with our community. It's absolutely free. Get access to the chat, more picks, research, and stuff like that. I'm in there sometimes too, so be sure to check that out. Be sure also to drop your favorite pick down below in the comment section. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Okay, guys, now it's time for a shout out to our Straight Fire MVPs. So as you see, there's this beautiful list here running beside me of all of our Straight Fire MVPs. If you guys are interested in becoming a Straight Fire MVP, there's a join button down below. We'll also have a link in the comment section and description for that. Great way to support the channel and what we do here at the channel. The cost is just $3.99 per month. The biggest perk you get with that is you get access to our picks early. So basically, whenever I'm done with the notes and the research, I post them up in the community tab for our Straight Fire MVPs, so you can look at all our notes, best lines, and things like that. A lot of time there is pretty good line movement too, so it's definitely something we're taking advantage of, and it goes a long way in helping us out in what we do here. So appreciate you guys. Shout out to our newest Straight Fire MVPs, Jackie Aarons and Cletus Burns. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for signing up. Boy, it means a lot. So let's do a quick recap now from yesterday. So we ended up going 3-2. Another pretty good day in the NBA. Plus 0.96 units. Almost made a full unit yesterday. Which we will gladly take winning days anytime they come. Been on a nice run in the NBA, guys. 38-17 now over our last 55 NBA picks. Like I said, yesterday wasn't everything I wanted, but 3-2, we will definitely take it. We ended up cashing Jeremy Grant over 3.5 rebounds for plus 114. That's the one I'm most proud of because we're now 5 for 5 on Jeremy Grant props, all plus value cashes. So that we are locked in on Jeremy Grant right now. So obviously we'd like to see that, guys. We really do. Then we swept our unders last night as well. We cashed Jason Tatum under 41.5 PRAs. He gets there pretty easily in the mid-30s. And then we cashed Devin Vassell under 20.5 points. Again, pretty easy on that one, too. He hit a late bank 3 to get to 17, but overall, fairly easy cashes on our unders as well. We missed on Cam Johnson over 2.5 threes. Unfortunately, he kind of lost minutes because Cam Thomas was playing so well last night. Still got close. Still ended up hitting 2 threes. Got fairly close. Just didn't get the attempts we wanted. Pretty much everyone else on the Nets hit the 3-point prop. Just not Cam Johnson because he got subbed out 5 minutes into the game. Cam Thomas was just rolling and played like, a whole quarter straight. And then we didn't see Cam Johnson until about the 6 minute mark of the second quarter. So definitely think it was still a good look. Just unfortunate, that Cam Thomas was absolutely sizzling. And it just basically kept Cam Johnson from getting back in the game. That's okay, though, guys. As far as our comment cappers go, we had Eric Me calling Kevin Durant over 25.5 points. He was able to cash that with 26. A great call out there from our comment cappers. And aside from that, guys, let's get back after it today. Oh, and we missed day 1 of our ladder challenge yesterday. That was an absolute flop, so we definitely got to bounce back with that. But without further ado, let's get after it today, though, guys. Let's get a 4-0 sweep here in the NBA. We also have our best bets video for NFL Divisional Saturday out as well. That'll be pinned at the end of this video. Make sure you guys check that out. All right, let's get right into our picks here, guys. At number 1, we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander under 11.5 rebounds and assists, minus 110 odds on DraftKings. So, guys, we cashed his prop the other day. Same prop, just boosted up one line, which we needed it the other day. We had under 12.5 RAs. He finished with 12. So why do I like it at 11.5 today? Well, this is a really tough matchup, once again, on the road for him versus Minnesota. He's under in 5 of his last 7 games, 4 of his last 5 on the road. He's under in 4 out of his last 6 versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, including his last 3 on the road in Minnesota, which I like seeing that, obviously. The Wolves here, 12th fewest rebounds, 18th fewest assists allowed to point guards, but overall, this defense is at home is very, very good. And that's what I'm going to trust here for the Wolves, guys. No easy assist, and rebounding should be at a very few here for what the Thunder can get, particularly being on the road at Minnesota. Like I said, tough matchup. We've seen some recent point guard lines here versus the Timberwolves. We've seen Luke Kennard go for 4 for the Grizzlies, Killian Hayes 9 for the Pistons, James Harden 9 for the Clippers, Scoot Henderson 6 for the Blazers, Drew Holiday 9 for the Boston Celtics, and Jalen Suggs 7 for the Orlando Magic in the last 6 games for point guards, rebounds, and assist lines versus the Wolves. So it's obviously very good. None of them have really even sniffed this. And particularly with the Wolves being at home, guys. And Shea's form as far as for getting rebounds and assists lately just hasn't quite been there. He was a little bit banged up for a while. And he did kind of break out a little bit in Utah. Like I said, he got 12. He got a little bit more than I expected, but still, he was able to stay under for us. I think, once again, this is a tougher matchup, again, on the road. I will happily, take another shot with fading him here. So far, we've hit our last 3 SGA props, all unders. Under on rebounds, under on RAs 11.5, and under on RAs 12.5. So we're 3 for 3 with SGA, so let's make it 4 for 4. He could be another MVP here at the channel, guys. Him and Jeremy Grant are just carrying us right now, which we'd love to see that, guys. So I love it there, guys, for our number 1 pick. We got SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, under 11.5 rebounds and assists, minus 110 odds on DraftKings. Okay, and at number 2, we got Colin Sexton, over 19.5 points here for the Utah Jazz, minus 113 odds on FanDuel. So I love this over here today, guys. We got Colin Sexton, 7 out of his last 10, 6 of his last 10 on the road, 8 of his last 10 versus the Western Conference. So he has been, overall, really recently cooking this line. His last 3, he's had 27, 30, and 31, which obviously we love seeing that. Anytime we got a player breaking into the 30s, that's obviously a very good thing here. Month of January is averaging 13.4 shots per game, 5.7 free throw attempts per game, and 4 3-pointer attempts per game. So I love the fact that he's getting to the free throw line. I think that's the biggest thing that I'm looking at with Colin Sexton is not only is he shooting, but he's also getting to the line now. And this is a great matchup for that. The Rockets allow the 3rd most free throws per game in the NBA. So they do foul a lot. And I think Colin Sexton in particular could take advantage of that, him driving to the basket and him getting to the foul line, which I obviously would love to see that. So recent point guards here versus the Rockets. We had Jalen Brunson going over with 30 and Tyrese Maxey going over with 27. It's funny, Tyrese Maxey's game reminds me a lot of Sexton's as far as being able to get to the rim. They both could shoot the 3. And like I said, Colin Sexton and Maxey definitely have some similarities that I like to see. So Maxey also cooked them earlier in the season for 40+ in Houston. So I think for Sexton here, I really think he's going to have a great opportunity to go over. Rockets, middle of the pack as far as the matchup goes. 16th most points allowed to point guards. But like I said, his particular style, I think, fits this matchup really well. So love it there for our number 2 pick, guys. We got Colin Sexton over 19.5 points here for the Utah Jazz, minus 113 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 3, we got the Toronto Raptors, plus 7.5 spread here versus the New York Knicks, minus 110 odds on FanDuel. So we got RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly returning to the Garden here in New York. Obviously, a revenge game for both of them. Expect to get the very best out of both of them. I was definitely leaning towards Barrett's overs once again in this matchup. I don't know, guys. Does he get a little stage fright? I don't know. There's enough guys here on the Raptors, though, that I do trust. They added Bruce Brown. You got Scotty Barnes. You got Manuel Quickley. You got RJ Barrett. I think they really got a nice little flurry of talent here. Of course, they got rid of Siakam, but I do like some of these guys that are around him. I love Bruce Brown. Always been a Bruce Brown fan. And Barrett and Quickley have played very, very well with the Raptors since going to the Raptors. And really, the Raptors overall have played pretty decent since this trade deadline. Overall, they've been very, very competitive. You wouldn't know it necessarily by the record. I believe they're 4-5, but they're actually 4-2 on the road against the spread since the trade. Missed the spread cover by a half point versus Sacramento, so they are plus 4.5 versus the Kings and lost by 5. So they've been very close in most of all their road games. They got blown out in Utah, but a lot of teams have struggled at Utah lately. But aside from that, on the road, they've been very good, and that was against very tough competition. They played the Lakers, the Clippers, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, like I said, the Kings. They played a very tough road schedule and really came out of there, and they played very well. They were very close in a lot of those games with the Clippers, the Lakers. They beat the Warriors. So, like I said, I think this team right now actually isn't that bad. even without Siakam. I think Barrett has really stepped it up, which obviously like seeing that. Like I said, this is a divisional game and a revenge game for both Barrett and Quickly, so I expected it to be close. I'm not necessarily saying the Raptors can win, but 7.5 is a lot of points in this particular matchup. And the Knicks, lately, they struggled the other day versus the Wizards a little bit, so against, I think the Raptors is definitely a better team than that. They can keep it close here at the Garden. So, love it there, guys. For our number 3 pick, we got the Toronto Raptors plus 7.5 spread here versus the New York Knicks minus 110 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 4, we got LaMelo Ball under 35.5 PRAs here for the Charlotte Hornets minus 102 odds on FanDuel. I can't speak this morning, guys. You got the 76ers here, guys, allowing the second fewest points, the third fewest rebounds, and the 12th fewest assists to point guard. So this is almost what I would call a triple crown matchup where you have top 10 in all 3 categories that we want as far as fewest of points, assists, and rebounds. So this is obviously a really tough matchup for Ball. And I think here, if you look at his hit rates, you would not want to take this. If you're just going off hit rates alone, you'd be like, Steve, what are you doing? This might be your worst pick ever because he's hit 9 out of his last 10 to the over, 8 out of his last 10 to the over at home. But you could also fall for that trap. I think that is definitely an over trap for sure, and that's definitely something that a lot of people would probably take. But we're definitely going to take the under here because this is a really tough matchup for him. There's blowout potential in this game. The spread's set to 10.5. Hornets are also on a back-to-back, which why it's significant for LaMelo Ball in particular is just coming back from injury. So is the coach going to really play him heavy minutes on a back-to-back? I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think there's any way the dude's going to play heavy minutes on a back-to-back. I just don't see that happening. I expect him to play in the 30 to 32 minute range. And if that's the case, I think it's just going to be too much to ask for him to go over this line. That's a lot of PRAs. And honestly, normally I like taking LaMelo Ball's overs because his volume is usually good. Yesterday I only shot the ball 13 times. So and that is in a great matchup. So, here in a much tougher matchup, if he shoots the ball just 13 times, I'm feeling pretty good about him staying under. And he just narrowly hit the over, like I said, last night. So I think here, in this particular spot, like I said, I think he's going to have a great shot to go under. He's under in all 5 career matchups with the 76ers. So obviously, we like to see that. Hornets, like I said, on a back-to-back. He's averaged just 29.3 minutes per game since he's been back. So like I said, he's been somewhat minutes restricted since he's been back. And on a back-to-back, expect that to stay about in that range at best. Possibly even less minutes. But I expect it to play about 30 minutes. I think it'll be about the same. Like I said, so many things working against him here. You got the blowout potential. You got one of the worst positional matchups for him in the NBA. The 76ers across almost all 3 categories. And limited minutes, like I said, with them being on a back-to-back. So, love it there for our number 4 pick, guys. We got LaMelo Ball under 35.5 PRAs here for the Charlotte Hornets. Minus 102 odds on FanDuel. Alright, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers. You guys have been absolutely killing it lately. I just want to say I appreciate all of you guys here at the channel. But on a great run. The NBA, usually we're winning every night. Even, the last couple days we've gone 3-2 both nights, but that's okay. It's not obviously everything we wanted. There's definitely, I look back at last night, I'm like, man, I wish we had a better night. I wish Cam Johnson hit one more 3. We had a massive night. And the Magic pick, honestly, I won't be, I don't, the Magic spread pick was definitely not it. But like I said, 3-2, almost a full unit up last night. Same thing the night before. So we haven't been sweeping as much this week. Obviously we were on quite a stretch where we had, 5 or 6 video sweeps in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. But like I said, we're still winning, and that's important. And sometimes you got to just hold serve and just wait for that big day. And today is going to be one of those big days. So just want to say, appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Check out our NFL Best Bets video. Check out our Straight Fire MVP program. On that, it's going to do it for me. Have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.